You know, I cut down my holiday, came back, and the first thing I'm seeing is my dear Chelsea getting whooped. Sunderland coming from behind to score us at that 90 plus minutes, at that fudgy time hour, at that Chicharito hours, at that, I don't know why I'm doing these Man United references, but it's because Man United are now ahead of us in one of their worst season and in our coming back to win the Premier League season. Like, this thing is not making sense. It's not making a lot of sense to me. And I want to talk about, there's a lot of things I need to talk about. And the first thing is inconsistency. Now, I've not played at that level, but even when I was playing at the level I was playing, we used to know some basic stuff, like fundamental psychological stuff about football, about putting a team together. Is that when you don't give exactly objectives to each individual player, when an individual player goes into the field and they don't know what they expect or what they need to do, like every other week they'll have different objectives each week. Like, if the objective of the team is not to win the Premier League, if the objective of the team is to not win the game, if the objective of the team is to not, like, people are going into the game as individual, like people are stepping into the game, each one having their own objective. And you know how you create this scenario is when you get 20 or 23 players and none of those know what part they play into the team. Like, it's easier if you have a first 11. So the first 11 has responsibility and accountability. And you know, these guys are usually sub material. They also know their responsibility and their accountability. Now, as a team, when everybody steps into the game, they know what they are required to do and what they are accountable for. Because sometimes all these guys step into the game and all they want to do is to not make a mistake so that they get some game time. Some people are just trying to get into the game time. Like, what's the objective of Garnacho? Is it to win the game or is just to be part of the team? Is to get back at Man United? Like, what's the objective of Tosin? Is it to be in the team because he's one of those guys, the older guys, or is to help the team win the game? And so you are in this team where everybody's just trying to get into the first 11. If you had a definite first 11, now they will be accountable for the results. And if one of them does not play so well, you sub them. You have those people who are coming back. Like, it's so easy to work on the psychology of the players, because sometimes we say we are employing these people to come and motivate the team, but on what objective? That's the first mistake that Maresca usually make, is that every other game, every other week, nobody knows what part they play into this game, what part they play into this team. That's first. And the second thing is that when you are changing the games, when you are changing the squad, the lineup every other week, the tactics every other week, and it's a hit or miss, hit or miss, hit or miss, hit or miss, you are contributing to the inconsistencies. You are the reason this inconsistent. It's not just because people are young, it's because every other week you are changing the tactics, every other week you are changing the lineup, every other week you are changing the squad, which means you are, and I've said it in the past, like, we are working on a thing where it's either the tactics are a miss or they are a hit. And you know, in that probability, it's 50-50. And in a 50-50 probability, especially when all these games keeps going, because we are going into, if you are a person of statistics, you know, once we pass the 30 thing, now it's normally distributed. Now our statistics are normally distributed, which means the hit or miss, we are going to be a mid team, because the number of games we'll hit will nearly be equal to the number of games we'll miss. And that's why, as more games get played, we are coming from where we are heading to mid. By the time we are on the 35th game, we'll be either 9, 10, 11, 12, just around there. That's where we are headed to, because these inconsistencies are not just because of the players, it's because the managers also. Maresca also is contributing a huge part of it. Now, I might not be having all the solutions, but I know what you need to do. What you need to do is to have a definite 11 players that you know are the best squad for this team. Like you have a definite first 11 every other game. Like if you are walking up right now and you are told like people have not trained, but you need to arrange a first 11 for this team, you'll have 11 names which you know, this is the keeper that I'm depending on, this is the right back, this is the center back, these are the two center backs, this is the left back, these are the mid, this is the striking force that is expected to win any game which you have not trained, which you have not changed the tactics, which you have not changed the lineup. Like this is our definite best 11. If you have that, you are solving nearly 80% of the problems, because you are bringing in accountability, because you are bringing in responsibility, and because you are bringing in consistency. Because even at the back, if you play together, and especially for people who have played football for a very long time, you know, if you play together, you usually know what to expect from each person. You usually know when to expect, when this guy is moving forward, when this guy is coming back. And this I saw yesterday, because at some point, even in the last goal we conceded, it was because when people are coming back, a lot of those guys are not coming back. Like the Sunderland were attacking, but the people who we expected to come back and defend are not coming back to defend. And what's the reason for that? It's because sometimes, if you have not played with a lot of people, sometimes you know my role is just to strike, or sometimes I come back. But when it's counter, that will probably not register that, you know, that person was forward also and is not going back. Like I've seen Caicedo going to strike there, and I don't think he's going back. That can happen only when you keep on playing with Caicedo, and you know these are his highs, these are his lows. When he's going to the lows, I should step in. That's what you expect. And I think this is the problem with Maresca, that sometimes probably he overrates himself, and that's why he keeps on making these changes. He's making this team being about him. Like right now, for fuck's sake, is 2 seasons in. Like we have finished a whole season with him. You have played the Club World Cup. You have gone to the preseason with him, and now we are 10 games in. We should be able to have a definite first 11, especially at the back. We should be able to have a definite defenders. Like defenders are very crucial to a team winning the Premier League. You have seen, and it comes from the keeper, from the first 11. If you see all these teams that were performing poorly, and then they changed the problems in defense, Man City, Man United, they started winning the games. Why is it? Because defending is very crucial to a team winning the game. And right now, for us, is that we have not been able to solve this. And Maresca has been charged for probably 70 games, 70, 80 games. He should be able to have solved that. He should have been able to have seen this is the problem and I need to solve it. He should have been able to see this is the problem. and I'm required to solve it and solve it. It should. First of all, I'm just saying I need to see some consistency in the selection in the next 3 or 4 games. Just that. I've been asking so many times that we need to have a Champong play. Like get that thing. Like be the definite first person in the lineup. I've said it so many times. I don't know. I've repeated myself so many times. So many times. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what is going through his mind. I don't know if it's age, because if I'm going to Barcelona, I'm seeing people who are 19, 18, just playing in that defense. I go to Real Madrid last year, Bournemouth. Hudson was playing there. Was 19. What's wrong with that Champong? If he's doing the best, like we don't have to just give people because of the age. Like right now, if I'm walking outside, I'll just not go and give people because I'm richer than you and I'm young, or I'm poorer than you and you are younger than me. So I should have all the money. If you are rewarding people because of age, if you are rewarding people minutes because of age, if you are rewarding people money because of age, why should we just do it on football alone? Why don't we just go outside and say, like, all older people should be rich? They should be given money. All younger people should not be given opportunity. We need to get away from age. We need to get away from age and give people who are showing results, who are doing the thing, who are doing their thing. We should be able to give them minutes. We should be able to lock them up in their position. That's why we have James. That's why we have Esteval. I don't see why we always have to argue that if Esteval was playing for every other team, any other team, he would have locked that right wing. Like Neto will be coming in for the last 20 minutes, 15 minutes. I don't know why this Chelsea has an habit of just rewarding people because they accepted a contract. Don't know. And it's the reason. Like, if your rewarding system is bad, if your rewarding system rewards jokers, if your rewarding system rewards inconsistency, if your rewarding system rewards people who are just walking around, then that's what you are going to get. We have to be at least a little ruthless with the players. Like, if you are not performing, you should be warming the bench and probably get sold. You see, that's how you solve this issue. I don't know why we are going through it every other time. Right now, I've considered, I've said there's no way we are going to recover. There's no way we are going to recover right now. So again, we'll be fighting for top 5 position. So we don't miss the Champions League. But with Premier League, it's too late. We are 10 games in. Too late, too late. There's no way we are coming back into it. But anyway, nice day.